A very good evening to all of you and greetings from Sonipat. I'm actually in the campus of Jindal Global Law School and OP Jindal Global University and talking about careers in law from a law school campus. There couldn't be something better than this. I must congratulate you all for that. Now, coming back to careers in law, I must say, law as a career is arguably one of the best careers today in our country and around the world. It has always been one of the finest higher education options and career options. If you look at even freedom struggle of this country, we recently celebrated our 75th, Independence Day. But if you look at the journey, it was mostly led by lawyers. Mahatma Gandhi was a lawyer, father of the nation. The first Prime Minister, Pandit Nehru, his father, Motilal Nehru, and former Congress President, almost the entire cabinet of Pandit Nehru, including the first Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister, Sardar Patel, the first Law Minister, Dr. Ambedkar, except one or two individuals, the entire cabinet of Pandit Nehru in 1947 was a cabinet of lawyers. Lawyers provided leadership to India. In a big way, lawyers led the freedom movement. And later on, the lawyers led also the country from the front when it came to any crisis, any situation, something like emergency in the country. Lawyers have always provided leadership and vision to the country. So it will remain one of the most important profession, one of the most important higher education option. More so, what happened in last, say, 20 years, newer areas of laws emerged. I will give you a few examples. When I was a student at University of Delhi, say 20 years back, we used to study a course in intellectual property law, or IPR, what we call intellectual property rights. This was mostly a course combining trademarks, copyrights, a bit of patents. And believe me or not, it was an elective course. That means an optional course. You did not need to study IP laws, intellectual property rights, as a mandatory subject. So you could become lawyer, you could have passed all the requirements of Bar Council of India, qualifying all the law papers, and without even referring to or studying IP law. This was 20 years back. If I remember, in that particular area of law, there were hardly 3 or 4 law firms in whole of India which worked exclusively for IP. Like whose bread and butter was IP. Only 3 or 4 law firms, major law firms. Today, when I see in 2021, we have more than 200 law firms working in the field of IP. This is one small area of law. IPR is not even as large, or I will say as big, as corporate law or company law field. It's one small area of corporate law or commercial law, I will say. And that has emerged so big that almost most of the major companies have dedicated IP departments today to take care of the legal protection and enforcement of their intellectual property, of trademark, copyrights, patent, industrial designs, even geographical indications. Many newer areas of practice emerged.